It's 14th of August 1990. Bishop Alexander Kipsang Muge is involved in a grisly road accident along the Eldoret-Webuye road. Well, this came after him being publicly warned by a powerful minister, the then Minister for Labour, Peter Okindo, and told, "Do not set foot in Busia, or else you'll see fire or won't come out alive. Fire, see fire." So he ended up seeing fire, see fire, because he was killed in what looked like an accident. I'll explain why it looked like an accident. He was being pursued, and this is a story that former CID officer James Watenge, retired, has told on his podcast, and I think on quite a number of podcasts. You can go and follow that. He confirms that indeed this guy was being followed by the special branch team. And if the murder, the accident was not premeditated, then it just aided on finishing this guy because he was being followed anyway. Now, this road accident caused a lot of outrage. It sparked national outrage, especially from the church, from the citizens, and Christians at large, because they felt like he was killed because he openly criticized the Kano government, was against the Majimbo system, and was actually vocal in Rift Valley politics, which put him at bad odds with the powerful figures then. Now, let's compare and contrast this to the death of Jirongo. On the 13th of December, Saturday morning, Jirongo is found, he dies along Naivasha Nairobi Road, somewhere in Gilgil. He was driving on the wrong side, allegedly. He was driving on the wrong side. He quickly drove into a petrol station, didn't fuel. I think that detail is quite important. He didn't fuel, but he got into a petrol station. He didn't fuel, hakuongeza pumzi. He didn't check his engine oil. His windscreen was not washed. He didn't use the washroom, but he drove in and out. And when he was driving out, according to the CCTV footage, he drove on the wrong side. So this is my theory. What could have happened to this guy? And how come, if he didn't have plans, because we've heard the stories, we've read that there were no plans of him going to Naivasha. And let's assume that there were no plans of him going to Naivasha or being at such a place around 80 kilometers away from Nairobi. How did he get himself there? It's either he drove himself or someone forced him there. Maybe if he was driving himself and he got himself there, maybe would he have drove all that distance trying to lose his markers and then try to drive in the petrol station, awazubaishe, and then move on the wrong side after they've passed? That would be my theory. That would be my school of thought. Maybe that is what happened. Or maybe they caught him, the ones who needed him, they caught him, massaged him, and just followed the instructions because maybe the instructions were clear. Make it look like an accident. Assassinations have become an order of the day. Remember Ongondo Ere? Boom, down, shot in town, where we even have CCTV footage or something like that. We don't know whether this was just a normal road accident or it was something premeditated. Were there clear instructions to make it look like an accident? We might never know. An autopsy is to be carried today on the 17th of December 2025, and we hope that it will clear the air and show us that indeed, maybe we are just overthinking. He was not killed. It was just a road accident, which I'm definite most Kenyans won't subscribe to that school of thought after all. These are the same people who told us that Albert Ojwang hit himself against the wall and died. Much later, we get footage from the hospital that they took him to hospital while he was dead, and they were trying to admit him so that it doesn't happen like he died in a police station. So could there be more than meets the eye? We don't know. I don't know. But I can smell a rat. If it looks like a rat, walks like a rat, smells like a rat, it's definitely a rat.